Assalamualaikum. My name is Husna Amin and the topic that I'll be discussing is glycogenesis. Glycogenesis is the conversion of glucose to glycogen. These mechanisms enable the body to preserve an uninterrupted supply of glucose for energy synthesis, especially when the intake of glucose is low and as during fasting or hard activity. Glycogenesis is a biological process that happens in the liver and muscles that converts and stores molecule of glucose as glycogen. Glycogenesis is a complicated process involving numerous enzymatic processes involving the transformation of glucose into glucose 6 phosphate and subsequently into glucose 1 phosphate that is then utilized to build glycogen chain by enzymes like glycogen synthase and branching enzymes. Hormones like insulin which stimulate glycogen synthesis and glucagon leading to the breakdown of glycogen and release glucose into circulation controlling glycogenesis. Glucose molecule is stored and released as necessary for maintaining blood glucose level and this mechanism is regulated by a variety of enzymes and regulatory elements. The process of glycogenesis involves multiple steps. When the glucose molecules enter into the muscles or liver cells with the help of glucose transporter, the glucose molecule converts into glucose 6-phosphate by enzymes glucokinase in liver and hexokinase in muscles. Here, the ATP is required for this conversion. Glucose 6-phosphate is converted to glucose 1-phosphate by enzyme phosphoglucomutase. Glucose 1-phosphate combined with UTP to create UDP glucose and an organic phosphate. This reaction is catalyzed by UDP glucose pyrophosphorylase enzyme. The enzyme glycogen synthase induces the synthesis of alpha 1 for glycosidic bonds between glucose molecules to create glycogen chain. In this process, UDP glucose acts as a donor of glucose residues. In the last step, the branching enzymes catalyze the production of alpha 1,6 glycosidic bonds among glucose molecules, resulting in the development of branches in the glycogen molecule. In the last, the glycogen molecules accumulates in the liver and muscle cells unless it is required for the body in order to supply energy.